Hey everybody, it's John DeYoung, and today I want to talk about why female athletes are 2 to 8 times more likely to have an ACL injury than men. I'll explain the theories behind that, and I'm going to give you a program that you can get into right away, and hopefully that will help you avoid ACL injuries moving forward. All right, let's hit it. First of all, prevailing theories point to anatomical differences between men and women, hormonal, and other factors. First of all, the female pelvis is wider than the male pelvis. This changes the mechanics of how the femur and the tibia function, putting more stress on the soft tissue that supports the joints. And this higher stress can lead to an ACL tear, especially in sports that require pivoting, jumping, like tennis, basketball, soccer, skiing. Also, women have less muscle mass around their knees than men, so that can lead to instability and a higher chance of injury. And this is where a combination of additional stress and hormones come into play. See, compared to men, women have less testosterone. That's a hormone that is essential in building muscle mass. Women have more estrogen, which during a woman's menstrual cycle fluctuates, and that creates looseness, laxity in tendons and ligaments, making them prone for ACL injury. A balance between your muscles and ligaments controls how and where your bones move. Any force absorption or stability your muscles can't provide gets passed on to the ligaments. So what can you do to lower your risk for injury? While the shape of a woman's pelvis or her hormone levels isn't easy to change, there are steps women can take to better protect themselves. Much of this has to do with strength and coordination. So you need to build balanced strength to impart stability to the joints. Women tend to be quad dominant, so they have weaker hamstrings. Hamstrings are very important for the knee structure, all the way from the calf and down to the ankle. So starting up, we're going to have to work on stability for the ankle, stronger hamstrings, stronger lower quadriceps, and also coordination and neuromuscular control, especially in regard to jumping. For some reason, women tend to land not as deep, not as low as men, so they land kind of boom. It's a kind of a jolt. So that can actually, something we can work on with the neuromuscular control, really landing stability and strength and also range of motion. So, all right, we got a lot of work to do. Let's hit it. Let's start off with quads, lower quads, and get them stronger. I'm going to show you an exercise to strengthen your lower quadriceps using, these are called like monster bands or giant straps. This one is 3/4 inch. In the description, you can find a link to Amazon and buy these. 3/4 inch to maybe 1 inch fat width-wise, all right? I wouldn't go any stronger than that. They're pretty, they can hold a lot, all right? All right, put your leg inside that. I'm gonna show you a side angle first. All right, 1 foot flat. The quad you wanna work is gonna be back. Push your knee to the floor, and as you do that, you wanna squeeze your quadriceps. All right, knee up slowly, push back, really squeeze and contract. You can see that right there. Hold it for about a 2 count. You're gonna shoot for about 12 reps. Really contract, think about squeezing that quad and release slowly. Probably get about 3 sets. You're gonna go left, right, obviously both legs. Okay, so we've switched this around. I want you to see the front angle of this. Right foot forward, left foot bent. Strap is behind your knee. Push that down, squeeze those quads. Left one, and relax. Dumping all the weight down to the heel. Push your heel to the floor. And contract that quad and squeeze. That's a good burn. All right, moving on to another lower head quad exercise. Okay, second lower head quadricep development exercise is a front squat. We're gonna have our heels on a book, on a piece of wood. I'm using these strange dumbbells. So they're at a nice maybe 20, 25, 30 degree angle. You can hold a dumbbell or kettlebell. All right, real narrow. You can drop your butt straight down. You're gonna hold that for about a beat and come on up, keeping all the weight, nice flat back, abs tight. Inhale down. You're gonna hold all in the quads. That's a nice burn. And to make it a little more difficult, you're gonna come down, hold parallel to the floor, up just to like a 1/3 or a 1/4, back down and up. This will really strengthen your lower heads of the quadriceps. I've actually torn both my ACLs. Check out one of my videos on my channel. I surgically repaired one and didn't repair the other. So things like this are really important. I know how much they strengthen my knee joint. So it's really going to help you guys a lot. If you don't want to use a weight, just use your hands coming down and hold, all right? Right through here. Okay, that's fantastic. So we're going to work on some hamstrings now. Okay, for the first hamstring exercise, since women are a little more quad dominant, we need to strengthen your hamstrings to support that knee structure to avoid ACL injuries. So we're going to do something called hip extension knee flexion. Hip extension knee flexion using an exercise ball. If you don't have one, you can check, there's a link in the description of this video. You can get one on Amazon, super cheap. All right, these are cheap, cheap, cheap. You can do so much with them. Great hip stabilization as well. So palms up. We're gonna, the further the ball is away, the more difficult. So find probably just about where your calves touch. Come up and form a bridge. Stabilize first. Okay, we're gonna bend your knees and roll in with your hamstrings, okay? All hammies and out. Abs tight. Inhale on the way in and roll it out. Okay, you should feel all the weight on your shoulder blades. If you need to come down in between reps, that's fine. And come on up, stabilize first. Hamstrings. If you get stronger, you can roll out with one. Woo. In with two, roll out with one. It gets very challenging. You're gonna love these. Great hamstring exercise. Really important for the structure of your knee and really preserving your ACLs. I've, again, snapped both of mine and I do these all the time. So, okay, let's move on to a second exercise. It's a little ankle stabilization as well as hamstrings. All right, so for the next hamstring exercise and ankle stability as well, we're gonna wanna work on a little floaty disc or a wobble board. We're gonna do a single leg deadlift. These things are amazing. So we're gonna get a lot of stabilization in here. And firing your hamstrings as well. In the description, you can find this as well. So if you want to hold a wall, it's a little difficult. The wobble board a little easier. These discs are hard. You're going to find that middle. You can keep your weight over it. So we'll be working obviously that ankle, this hamstring. Abs tight. You're going to try to balance, coming down into a deadlift. Keep that foot nice and flat and come on up. If you want to bring a dumbbell with you, you can hold it. Maybe start off with the wall and bring it up. You want to keep your shoulder blades back, a little bend in the knee, and keep the knee locked in a bent position. See that? You don't want to keep squatting. We want to get hamstring. So we're going to get hamstring, a little butt, and a little ankle stabilization, okay? One more time, inhale down, chest out, my fingernails on the wall a little bit. And right there. Probably start off with own body weight, 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets each side. Okay, for our second hip exercise, we're going to use an elastic loop. Again, if you don't have them, check the description. There's a link in there for Amazon. Get the yellow, green, red. This is probably a little stronger than medium. We're going to work hip flexor, which will help with stabilizing your pelvis and getting a little quad explosion. So put it right around your toes. All right, it should be about hip width, okay? Around the toes, find your stabilization. We're gonna pull that up, firing that hip flexor, right from there. About 12, get it up. Should feel all the way up through here. Okay, let's just show you a little side angle. All right, right from here. Fire that up, right from there. Fire up. See the hip flexor right here. Try to keep your pelvic stationary, but you're developing them both strength evenly. So again, three sets of about 12 reps each side, and then switch. All right. So this is hip flexor, good for your hips. Simple exercise, very effective. You may want to stretch and do a quad stretch after that, okay? Okay, and for our control and neuromuscular exercise, we're going to take that same monster strap, super strap. Again, this one is on the description if you want to buy that. All right, so you put that around your waist, All right, we're gonna get nice and low. We're gonna hop out, we're gonna hold and come back, nice and low. Reach and back and reach. Try to get out there nice and far and down. Get a little quad out of this. Hip stabilization, neuromuscular control, and land and hold. And explode. Okay, probably about 12 of these. Get out further each time. You're gonna feel a little butt. All right, stay nice and low. Those are a lot of fun. Okay, everybody, that was great. We got lower quads, we got hamstrings, we got ankle stabilization, neuromuscular control, and coordination. So try these, put these in your program, probably 2-3 days a week, and you're gonna have super strong quads, super strong joints, and ACL, no ACL tears, okay? All right, thanks again. Appreciate you watching. Please hit like, and good luck out there with all your sports.